Okay, everybody. So on this tutorial, you're going to take what you learned about the primitive shapes, and you're going to combine it with a few new features I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do new component, and I'm going to show you how to join shapes together to make them into one. So you are going to end up making a design all of your own using the primitive shapes. So starting off, you can follow along with me in the beginning. At some point I will tell you that no longer follow exactly what I do because you'll need to create your own shape. So first thing I'm going to do, of course, is look at my view cube. View cube looks good. I'm going to go over to my document settings because I want this to be in millimeters just like I did my other primitives. And click OK. Now I'm going to go up to my data panel. I'm going to open my IED designs and my unit 1. When you open this up, you'll see the other 6 shapes that you've already made. We're going to go to File. We're going to go to Save. My internet's really slow here, so it's going to take a little bit for things to open up. Okay, we're going to name this Primitive Structure. Make sure your location is correct, and click Save. And give it just a moment. We should see our Design tab name change, and we should see the design also pop up here in our Unit 1 folder. As I said, my internet is really slow. So hopefully it'll update here soon. There we go. Now it's starting to get there. It's saying it's not responding, but it will. It's just moving really slow. There we go. Got primitive structure there and up here, and we're responding again. I'm going to go ahead and close my data panel. Okay, so at this point, I do not want you copying exactly what I'm doing. I want you to just kind of watch, see where I'm clicking, see the tools that I'm using, the features, where they are, and how I'm using them. And then I want you to create your own design. So I'm going to start off. I'm first going to go up to Create. I'm going to create New Component this time. Create New Component. I'm going to get a dialog box that opens up. I'm going to name this Box because my first shape that I'm going to create is going to be the box. I'm going to leave this dialog box open for now. I'm going to go back up to Create, and I'm going to choose my box. You'll notice as I did this, over here, the component box has shown up in my browser. It's showing up as a component of primitive structure. I'm going to go ahead and choose a plane. I'm going to go ahead and choose my XZ plane. This is your own design. You can choose any plane that you would like to as you are creating this. So I'm going to choose the XZ plane. And you also don't need to start with the box. You can start with any shape you want. That's why I said at this point you're just watching and you're not following exactly what I'm doing. And I'm just going to go ahead and make some changes to my shape. I think I'm going to make it, do like that. I want to make it a little bit taller. I'll make it nice and big. There we go. That's good. Okay, now that I have all of that done, I have it the size I want it. Over here in Operation it says New Body. We want to keep that at New Body. And I'm going to click OK. So now we have our box. Notice in the browser by the box, there's a little anchor symbol in here. That anchor symbol means that this box is grounded into place. It's kind of like it's locked down, glued down. It can't be moved. So if I click on it and try to move it, nothing's happening. It's not allowing me to select it. If I want to move it, I can right click in the browser on box and go up to unground from parent. When I do that now, I can click and drag things around. However, I do not want that to be able to be moved. I want to keep it locked in place. That way I know where it is. So I'm going to go back, right click, click ground to parent. It's going to ask me, do I want to update the initial position, which means that it'll lock it down to where it is now since I've moved it around. Or if I want to take it back to where I had it in the first place, I can just do ground to parent. And it'll automatically snap it back in place. Okay, so what I'm going to do at this time, I'm going to go back up to create, and I'm going to choose new component again. This time I'm going to do a sphere. Okay, once I click sphere, I'm going to go over here where it says one selected. I'm going to unclick that box. And then I'm going to go up to create, choose my sphere, and then I can choose any edge of the box I want, or if I want to, I can go over and I can choose one of the planes. I'm going to choose an edge of the box because I actually want this to be part of the box. So I'm going to choose this side of the box right here. Okay, so I'm going to choose it. Notice it did change the color just a little bit, and it's going to tell you to go ahead and draw where you want that sphere to be. And then you can size it however you want to size it. Okay, right now the operation is cut. We don't want it to cut. Cut's going to cut that shape out of it. That is not what I want. I want you to be adding to it, almost like you're making a new sculpture. So you're going to change your operation over here to join. And notice now it looks like it's sticking out of the box. So make it whatever size you want, whatever shape you put there. Click OK. Now you'll notice that's what that looks like. Okay, so now I want to do another one. I want you to do at least 3 different shapes for your structure. So I'm going to go back up to create. No, it didn't keep my... I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm going to go back up to create and new component. I'm going to create, I'm going to name this component. Let's see, I want to do coil for this one. I'm going to unselect, and I go up to create, choose my coil. I want to put my coil on top of the box. I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to select the top of the box, and then I'm going to do maybe like that. Okay, so now let me turn. Right now it's saying cut. It's not going to allow us to do a cut. That's why this is red. So I need to go back over here to my operation. I need to change this to join. Once I change it to join, I can go ahead and make some changes to the size and shape. Whoops, it did not like that. Let's see if it, oh, there we go. Okay, I can change the number of revolutions. Let's see, will it let me do 6? Nope, it's not going to let me do 6. Will it let me do 4? Nope. Looks like 3 might be the best. Okay. And if I make it taller, it's not going to let me make it taller. Okay, so it'll tell you, you'll get the errors when it's telling you it doesn't want you to do something. Okay. Notice here you can see how the coil is kind of built into the top of the box. Okay, I'm going to click, oh, and I can change this. Let's see, what if I change it to square? Kind of like that. So I'm going to click OK. Okay, so now I have 3 different primitive shapes connected together to make one structure. Okay, I can watch down here, and it shows how I did it. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to follow those instructions without duplicating exactly what I did. Create your own structure using at least 3 of the primitive shapes you learned. You can do more than that. You can try and do all 6 shapes if you'd like to, but you need to do at least 3. And then you will save and upload this into Canvas. Remember, to be able to upload this in Canvas, you're going to need to go up to File and click Export. And when you're in Export, you're going to make sure that it's named properly, that it's the proper file extension, F3D, and that you're saving it to your OneDrive IE Fusion so you can find it. Okay, I don't want to export mine, so I'm just going to cancel. And this one is a formative grade.